Hi, it's Owen here from PCL. Today we're going to talk about our new QUBE tyre inflator with Bluetooth functionality. So our new Bluetooth enabled QUBE tyre inflator allows remote control access via a mobile or tablet application, both on Android and iOS. With the remote control access, you can set your tyre inflation pressure remotely on the app. You can also enter specific fields relevant to that vehicle, for example, registration, mileage, and any other general notes. You can also then start the inflation procedure once you've connected your hose, and on the app it will tell you the current steps you're at with certain safety messages on there, and it also tracks your pressure that you're inflating. When you've finished inflating, you'll also get at the end of it a report, an inflation report, which shows your current pressure in the tyre when you connected the hose, your end pressure, and also the target pressure. So you can then print that off or email it as a PDF, and it also outputs it as a CSV file, which you can then export to third-party applications if required. So with the app, it's an app called PCL Workshop Connect. You'll find a QR code on the side of the QUBE. There'll also be a link in the manual via a QR code, and also you can find it on our website, which will take you straight to the App Store. Once you've downloaded it, you'll find it on there with the PCL logo, Workshop Connect, and then you just need to go into the startup procedure of how you first connect and pair to the relevant QUBE in the vicinity. So click on Select Device. You'll then see a QUBE on the screen. It'll automatically be called PCL QUBE, and then it'll have a unique number. That number is the unique MAC address on the device. You then need to pair that and make sure the QUBE has the correct MAC address compared to what's shown on the tablet. For example, if you had one or two QUBEs, they would each have an individual MAC address. Now, when the QUBE is dispatched and manufactured at PCL, on the side label, it will actually show the MAC address. So you just need to go to the side of the QUBE, just double check it and choose the correct one. So we'll click on that there, and now it will show you the vehicle screen. So when you're at the vehicle screen, it'll ask you to select which vehicle type you want to inflate, and there's certain different parameters already predefined. For example, when you select a car, it will have a maximum pressure of 45 psi. If you select commercial or trailer, the pressure starts at 45 psi and allows you to go up to the maximum of 174. So we'll click on car for the first example. It then asks you for the vehicle details. So you've got a couple of fields here that are optional, but are advised that you do fill them out. For example, vehicle registration. We'll just put an example here. And then mileage. And then any general notes you can also type as well. We'll leave that blank for the time being. So these fields are going to show up on the end report, and then your report is also going to be saved with that vehicle registration and the date and time. So we'll click on Start, and it now asks you to choose the tyre you want to select and inflate first. You do that by just clicking on the relevant tyre. Once you've selected it, it will show up as red. So you can see each time you select an individual tyre, it will show up as red. We'll do the front left one, for example, and then you click on Continue. At this point, it's asking you to set the target pressure on the QUBE, and as I mentioned earlier, a maximum of 45 psi when you select a car. For test purposes, we're going to just select it at 20 psi, press the set button, and it'll ask you do you want to pair with the device via Bluetooth. Click on pair, and then the QUBE will display a code. So that's showing 1158. Now, as instructed on the manual, you actually start the code with 44 and then 1158. Click on pair. And then once it's successfully paired, it'll do a pressure check, then a device check. And as you can see, the device has changed from 32 psi to 20. And it's now asking you to start the inflation process and asking you to connect the hose. So you've got your hose on the QUBE, connect it to the tyre. And what it's going to show on the screen now, it's going to show a different pressure. It's actually going to show you the inflation pressure that's already in the tyre. So it's actually showing 5.3 psi that's already in the tyre. We selected 20 psi as our target pressure. Now you just need to press the continue button to start the inflation process. Whilst the tyre is inflating, you have the option to also emergency stop the procedure. Simply press the big red stop button. Inflation will stop and it will revert back to the tyre selection screen. That tyre you've selected will stay red and you have to start the process again. So you can click on continue. Again, select the pressure, ensure the hose is disconnected, and the inflation procedure can be restarted and you can follow the same steps to start inflating again. Inflation will commence, it will show you the status, so it's automatically inflating to that 20 psi level, and it's showing you every checkpoint it does, what the status currently is. So we're at 10.1, you can also see it on the cube as well. We're now showing 17, 17.4 to be precise, and now we're just about near pressure, doing a final deflate check, and it's going to top up slightly, and we should be at 20 psi round about now. Beep, 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 20.1. Once it's hit that target pressure, you'll see the previously red tyre has now gone to green to show you that it's correctly inflated to pressure. The cube has the audible and visual beep with the red light flashing and the end display, as well as on the tablet showing you that inflation's finished. So disconnect the hose, the cube will stop beeping. You can then continue on to the next tyre or next couple of tyres, do all the vehicle, or if you're happy with that tyre initially, you can actually complete the process, click on done. It'll ask you to, do you want to add any more notes into the final report? You can free type that there, or you can just click on continue, and you'll see a preview of the PDF report. So it shows you the cube you were using, the unit of measurement, so we were using PSI, the vehicle type you selected, we selected a normal car, the vehicle registration, the date and time along with the mileage, and it shows you which tyres you've inflated. So we did the left front there. Our target pressure was 20 psi. The actual starting pressure in the tyre was 5 psi, and we got to the end process at 20 psi there. So when you click on done, that inflation process is now finished. The PDF is locally saved on the tablet or the device, as well as the CSV file, which does a daily file. So any more inflation procedures I do will be added to that CSV file, but you'll get a unique individual PDF per inflation on the report. And when you're inflating a completely new or flat tyre, it will come up with a few different screens during that inflation process. So firstly, connect your hose as instructed. Then press the confirm button. Then going to come up with a pre-inflation check warning, just to make sure that you are inflating a brand new tyre and to check for any punctures if it was an inflated tyre, for example. It's just another screen to click on confirm to get through. You're confirming that pressure there, and now you go into the inflation screen, and again you're going to confirm the inflation start procedure. So as before, it's showing you this time it's a flat tyre fill. Now we've gone into that automatic inflation process. It's going to get up to the 20 psi target, couple of checks along the way, showing you the status and the current inflation pressure on the screen and also on the cube. And in a couple of seconds, 19.9, pretty much at 20 psi, it's going to stabilize, and then your tyre's gone green once it's inflated.